Horse girl and horse robot. What a weird week.
Hi, everybody, it's Weird.
This is like crazy being here.
Weird.
Really weird tales.
Bigfoot eats out of my trash.
Well, I got a great show for you today with some wonderful weird stuff.
Hi, friends. I'm Scott, and this is What a Weird Week for Friday, April 11th, 2025. If you're new to our program, we cover the weird stories from this week's news. The odd, the interesting. We give you 10 of them, and we wrap it up in about 15 minutes. Never serious. Heaven forbid, right? You can get all our show notes if you go to shownotes.page. Shownotes.page.
Number 10.
Number 10 is the robot horse from the Kawasaki company. It made headlines this week. It's, a horse. Robotic horse. It runs on hydrogen fuel cells. So that's the video. It's all CGI, and the horses are galloping and in the snow and mountain terrain, jumping from one ledge to another, all kinds of wild things, wild adventures with your robot horse. But just a concept right now and CGI. But if you have a horse that runs on hydrogen fuel cells, one of the things is the byproduct would be water, fresh water. So you can lead a horse to water. You can also something. There's a joke there, you guys, but I just don't have the time. Let's get on to the next story. I will put a link if you want the video or more details, do a deep dive on robot horse. You can go to, and also there's a link in the article about robot unicorn. You might want to check that out as well. Just click shownotes.page.
Number 9.
Number 9 is delicious fried chicken flavored toothpaste from our friends at KFC. This portion of the program not sponsored by KFC, but if there were ever a toothpaste you were going to accidentally eat, fried chicken toothpaste. It used to be something like that came out and you'd check the calendar. Oh, well, it must be an April Fool's joke. You got me. But this is legit toothpaste flavored like the Colonel's original recipe. They say it's finger licking good. I mean, that's what you want out of a toothpaste, right? At time of recording, it's already sold out, but I mean, it's sold out quickly. Maybe they'll have more. It's like $13 a tube, United States dollars. And you guys, I'm sure like at first you hear this and you're like, oh, come on, another publicity stunt. But what if delicious toothpaste encouraged us all to brush our teeth more, or have better dental hygiene? Fried chicken toothpaste might be the one for me, you guys, so I'll keep you posted.
Number 8.
Number 8 is the article from allaboutcookies.org, and it involves our emails, our unread emails. On average, you, me, all of us have 1,000 unread emails. I hate the thought of that. I want to be no emails in my inbox. That's how I want to live my life. But let me just pause. How about this? We'll all pause the show right here, get to our 1,000 unread emails, and then we'll come back. I don't want to. Sorry, you guys. I know it was my idea. I know, but I don't want to. The article gets into some of the stuff in the study, like a vast majority of us feel like we have too much digital clutter and it's not nice. And then you want to find something that's important. Every so often you got to find something and you got to weed through the digital clutter. I don't think I like the term digital clutter either. Let's call it cyber garbage. Maybe I'm going to go with cyber garbage, you guys. Anyway, are you inbox zero? Are you one of these above average folks who do not have 1,000 unread emails? I'm jealous and congratulations. If you want to do a deep dive on that study and the interesting things in there and kind of depressing things in there, you can go to shownotes.page.
Number 7.
Number 7, a couple of my favorite things, a mystery and Crocs. I'm a Crocs guy, and I'm sorry if that's not cool to you or whatever, if that crosses a line and you're like, how dare you? But the first time I didn't have to suck in my gut and bend over and tie my shoes because I all of a sudden could just slip into Crocs, I was like, wow, this is liberating. And nobody wants to see me bending over to tie my shoes in a lather, working up a sweat, wheezing, just trying to get my sneakers tied. Or perhaps you call them runners. Anyway, I'm a Crocs guy, and this portion of the program not sponsored by Crocs. But here is the thing. This mystery artist from Hoboken, New Jersey, is featured in an article in the New York Post. The mission of this artist is to decorate all the statues in New York City with Crocs. For instance, the Bears statue in Central Park. I've never been to New York City, never been to Central Park, but I'm aware. I watched the movie Elf, so I think I know a little bit about Central Park, you guys. The Bears statue, now one of the bears is wearing different colored Crocs. So I'm not really smart and I don't understand art most of the time, but this is some art I can get behind. Statues wearing Crocs. Or is it art or is it vandalism? It's art, right? Isn't it art? You know what? We'll make it the Spotify poll this week. If you follow our program on Spotify, look for What a Weird Week, and you can vote. Art or vandalism. And we'll throw in another category, maybe also just no to Crocs, because some people feel strongly that Crocs should be against the law. Not me. Again, for the record, not me. I can't wait till the artist gets to the Statue of Liberty. Imagine those Crocs, you guys. Very excited to see how this one unfolds.
Number 6.
Number 6, another horse-related story, you guys, and another mystery, which I like a good mystery, and who doesn't like horses, eh? Unless you've been drawn and quartered in a previous life. That I could understand if you're like, not a fan of the horse. Anyway, this is the article from People about the German musician and DJ, Horse Girl. Who is Horse Girl? And if you don't have a chance to click the photo, I had no idea. Horse Girl was not on my radar, but Horse Girl has, I want to say, some makeup and some sort of prosthetics or mask, or maybe it's surgically enhanced. Horse Girl has a horse face, I guess is how I would describe that. Horse face, horse ears, Horse Girl. Horse Girl says she's half horse, half human, and musician and DJ, all rolled into one. And the article gets into Horse Girl's quite excited for her performance at Coachella. Sample question from the folks at People. You are half horse, half human, but not exactly the same kind that we've seen in a lot of media. What separates you from a centaur? And Horse Girl's answer is, centaurs, from what I understand, and I'm not a biologist, but I've heard that they are usually not even a full horse human, but a horse wizard, magical being, whereas I'm just a boring old human horse. I don't know if I'll get a copyright strike or not playing a little of Horse Girl's music, but so as maybe you could tell, Horse Girl sings with human speech, not horse language. And it's just a fascinating article. I'll link to it in the show notes. Click shownotes.page.
Number 5.
Number 5 is another mysterious creature story. I like the mysteries, right? And I like a good mysterious creature story. But I also, in my heart of hearts, I like a good solution to the mystery. They think they've solved this one. This is in Colorado, where they captured a mysterious creature on video.
Oh, no.
I've been teasing them all night about this.
Let's see it.
So we have something spooky and creepy to show you.
Okay. Oh, what is that?
What do we think this is?
Where was this?
Okay.
If you don't have a chance to click, that is from our friends at KKTV 11 News, Southern Colorado. And what the video depicts is a creature bigger than a mouse, bigger than a rat, bigger than a cat. Perhaps a mid-sized dog might describe the size of this creature. It's kind of a dark video, but the creature does appear to be sitting on its haunches and using its front paws to hold something or perhaps eat something, or maybe it's solving the Rubik's Cube. I can't quite focus on that so much, but I don't think it's the Rubik's Cube one. I'm just saying that's kind of the motion. And the experts have weighed in, pretty sure it's a raccoon with mange, meaning not furry, a non-furry raccoon. I am pretty sure we got this one solved, you guys, but so I'll stop there. You can watch the video if you want. We'll put a link in the show notes. Go to shownotes.page.
Number 4.
Number 4 is the story. It got picked up by the late night shows and a lot of news orgs, so maybe you saw this. The headline is 1 in 50 men believe they can outrun a champion racehorse. To be fair, the fellows who thought they could outrun a racehorse, they're not talking about a long race, you guys. This ain't no marathon. They were talking about a 100-meter dash. They could beat a champion racehorse in a 100-meter dash. And anything can happen in the 100 meters, right? Anyway, the article says the fastest human was Usain Bolt's record of almost 28 miles an hour. That's the fastest recorded speed for a human being. And the fastest racehorse, around 40 miles an hour. So quite a bit faster. Hard to beat a horse. Hard to outrun a horse, I mean. According to the article, it would be hard to outrun a number of animals. I would find it hard to outrun a turtle. So it's an interesting article. Maybe it's not for you, but somebody you know needs to learn this information before they start placing bets on themselves and trying to outrun horses. If you want to read the whole thing, click shownotes.page.
Number 3.
Number 3, let me preface by saying this is science, you guys. We're going to get into it, but it's science, and it's in the name of science. We're talking about splashback. That is our number 3 story, the science of splashback at the urinal. And according to the study we linked to, experts believe we could reduce splashback by 95% with proper technique. It's all about vectors and angles. Having the stream at the proper angle is vitally important to reduce splashback at the urinal. And I'm serious, this is a scientific study. As a matter of fact, the article says widespread adoption could prevent approximately 1 million liters of urine from splashing onto floors every day in the United States. Splashback science, you guys. I'm going to stop there. I'm not going to do a deep dive, if you will, but perhaps you want to. You can click the show notes, shownotes.page.
Number 2.
Number 2 is the largest Cadbury Easter cream egg in the world. It's actually according to our friends at Cadbury's, it's the largest Easter egg in the world. It's chocolate and delicious, whatever that goo is inside the Cadbury cream eggs. It's 3 feet tall, weighs about 45 kilograms. So if you're imperial, that's times 2.2. So like 90 something pounds of delicious Cadbury cream egg. It is not for sale. It is not for eating. It is on display like a work of art. It's at Cadbury World. And if you were going to visit it, scope out the place, see what kind of security they have for me, would you? Maybe we plan a heist, you guys, because Cadbury cream eggs are delicious. Honorable mention. Honorable mention this week, a lottery story. I hardly ever do lottery stories because, number one, if you win the lottery, I'm jealous of you. If you're rich, I'm jealous. And that's hard to work through. But also, the stories are always the same, like, I dreamed of the numbers, or I wrote down the wrong numbers, hilarious. Or my grandkids spilled baby food on the ticket and I had to buy another one and I'm now a millionaire. It's always stories like that. But this one I thought was kind of interesting. A lady in Maryland who won $100,000 used the number on her car, the odometer reading on her car. That's what she played, the numbers she played, and she won $100,000. I thought that was kind of funny. If you want to read the whole story, shownotes.page.
Number 1.
Our number 1 top story this week is the Peeps Pizza that has been in the headlines. This is from the pizza restaurant chain in the United States, Pizza Inn. We do not have any of those restaurants where I'm at, East Coast Canada, but I am jealous because for the Easter season, Pizza Inn, besides selling entrees, pizzas, they now have a pizza dessert, the Peeps Pizza, which has Bavarian cream. That's the base. And then you get 10 Peeps on there, and then you get green sugar to make the Bavarian cream look like it's green grass. So you have Peeps sitting on delicious edible sugar grass, and that is the Peeps Pizza. Now, our show goes out over the internet. So if you're where you're at, if they don't have Peeps, Peeps are just marshmallow-based treats. At Easter time, they look like yellow chicks or sometimes pink bunnies, whatever. Marshmallow. So imagine getting a whole pizza, Bavarian cream, and delicious marshmallow and sugar. What? How many calories? You want to know how many calories? Listen, if you have to ask how many calories, you can't afford to eat it. If you're in a spot in the United States where you can order a Peeps Pizza, please enjoy responsibly. So I guess we'll stop there on that delicious note. If you want to have a look at the Peeps Pizza, or maybe you want to try to do your own homemade version. Ooh, I like your attitude. You can click shownotes.page. That's where you can get all our show notes and different ways to listen. If you want to leave a comment or get in touch, anything, go to shownotes.page. So hope you can come back next week. We're back on Friday with 10 more weird things from the news on What a Weird Week.